Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cat Monarch, and, well, welcome back. We had a quick stream earlier this morning. That was about 2 hours long. We succeeded in getting one duel away from ranking up. Never ranked up, and have been facing a hell of a lot of Red Eye's Dark Dragoon, now that it's back at 3, and Verte is still legal. Of course, a good couple of our opponents haven't been playing Verte, or have just, hard drew the Red Eyes fusion. But, it's making me wonder about the Light Imprisoning Mirror DNA transplant combo we had early on. And instead of thinking about the past, let's just jump into the future. Let's start dueling. Much has changed from the last stream, but I've been, into town and back, and I finished the book that I was like 2 chapters away from finishing. Okay, that makes me nervous. $60 card pile. No, 56 card pile. Set Metaverse. Set Marshmallow. See what they have. They got heroes. Maybe they are just playing heroes. It always confuses me why they're on such a high card count. Like, surely there's very few decks that you actually need to be on that higher card count. Damn, it actually had an effect. Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. Dark Magical Circle. Oh dear. Facing it very early, aren't we? Let's just do this now and put the Kaiju Field spell. This will go to the graveyard, it will get a counter on it immediately. They will have to banish it, or suffer me bringing back repeated Kaijus. So that means that they have Dark Magician in hand. They haven't read Marshmallow. And here I thought we had a fan of Yugioh. It's kind of crazy. How do you not know what Marshmallow does? Right. We need to actually get rid of this, which is an issue. Because we just can't attack. And I don't want to use like some epic piece of removal on it. That special summons Dark Magician. So, you know what, maybe we do just pass turn. Let them get back to it, let the swords clock out. We have things we can do, but is there a point? I don't think we're getting OTK'd. They're playing Swords of Revealing Light, how can they OTK? But they didn't activate that last turn. Okay, Whitestone of Ancients. Raigeki. Sure. 2 counters. 3 counters. I can search Kaijus. Sure. They're playing a 15 card extra deck. They gotta have something for this, right? Are they gonna link it off in main phase 2? No. They're just leaving it on the field. Sure. Let's just add a Kaiju. Set Mirror Force. See what happens. I wonder if they are playing they probably are playing Blue Eyes as well. But let's see what happens. Yeah, just straight battle phase. So they obviously don't have Dark Magician yet. another kaiju. Yeah, they can get out of Blue Eyes. They are playing Blue Eyes. Vanilla Blue Eyes. Because this allows you to get a monster, yeah. So it doesn't have to be Blue Eyes. For the sake of not taking damage, I will summon a guy. Problem is... let's just set this, I think, right? Because we can't attack anyway. But the thing is, if they could have done something, they surely would have done it by now, right? Like, this trap hasn't been activated in several turns. We've got 2 kaijus, we can get ourselves a third. Yeah, bring back whatever you want. Normal summoned. Okay, you're going to synchro summon. Haven't turned on the game music. Intense. Okay. So what? We die. we played cautiously by setting a guy, and that'll do it. That loses us the game. No. That loses it. What the hell is this deck? Sure. You're... well, it was not right to kaiju them, but, like... no, we're not surrendering just yet. They're going to attack with the Blue Eyes. They're going to attack with the Blue Eyes. What the hell? Like, it was wrong to kaiju them, because, like, we couldn't attack anyway. We could have put up an extra blocker on the board. What kind of a fucking duel was that? They just sort of, like, have, you know, the usual culprits. They have, like, wait, do they have the... they do have the dragon, but it's like, yeah, usual Dark Magician, Fusion Monsters, Dark Magician cards, Dragoon, Master of Chaos, Quintet Magician, Chaos Angel, Galaxy Eyes, Galaxy Eyes. Oh, fuck my life. That is not a duel. The correct play was to give them a kaiju and then set a monster on our side of the field. That feels just wrong. In all aspects of it. They are bad enough that they're playing a 50-something card deck with Swords of Revealing Light in it. Right, this is more likely a proper deck. Which means we probably lose, but let's find out. Right, set 1. Set 2. Torrential Mirror Force. Be a shame if we ran into Magispectors right now. I guess Unchained as well. Right. They thinking. They put in a lot of thinking to draw phase. What could they possibly be on? Just about anything. Sure. Okay, normal summon a 0 attack monster and set a card. Outstanding. Repeat gameplay. It's a bot. No. It has no attack. We came from a game where the, player didn't really know what they were doing with good cards. To a game where the bot doesn't know what it's doing with cards. So welcome back to a, average stream. Nope. Just 1800. Cool. Already gotta do another few of those and we win. And it's not like it's gonna be difficult to do either. It's just gonna be slow. Hope you guys are all doing okay. Done something interesting since last stream. Unless this is an actual player and they've realised that they... No, it's a bot. Just dodgy connection bot. And yeah, it kind of continues the point. Normal summon a monster weaker than the current monster. Attack into it. Sure, it technically speeds up the clock a little bit. So we'll take it. What is it waiting for? Oh, mandatory effect, you can put a spell counter on it. Neat. Anyway. I don't think a one draw I'll be able to put up 59. We can try. There's like no point to doing that. You just put it as a pendulum scale. Yeah, it's just definitely a bot. We're 100 off. Can you believe it? Off, 1100 off. Maths. But it's not like they're going to do anything. We've got Torrential and Mirror Force if they are going to do something. I wouldn't be surprised if they summoned a 300 attack monster. It's so weird that there are still games like this in Platinum. Unless it's people, like, deliberately trying to D-rank from higher ranks. Because I could see that being a thing. People want to, like, drop all the way back down from... I don't know... Master. Well, that is a monster. I've been surprised that it actually has 1800. I wonder if that does anything for our Trap and Destroyed mission and those kind of things. Curtain Raiser. Good witch for game, I guess. Boost those numbers. What an interesting back and forth duel. I even took damage during it. Self-inflicted. And we got 2 whole legacy tickets for it. How do we keep getting things like 2 legacy tickets for non-duels? Or 3 of 4 for a surrender? I don't know by what metric they award these. Let's open them up and find out what we can get from them anyway. Sorry, skip. And Gem Knight Fusion Monster. has to be fusion summoned with the above materials. Seems terrible. We have a Tidal. Cannot attack this turn. Well, that's not the worst thing. We'll have to keep an eye on that, actually. Sent to the grave, increase your opponent's life points by 1,000. Oh yeah, I never thought about that, but don't we have a Tempest we can use with the Dragunities? That's like the slowest pop effect you have, and it's the most telegraphed one. It is a hero, and a water one, which, I don't know, makes it important if we get Ab-Zero. If we get the mask change and the water mask change. Ogdoadic. Volcanic. Gradle. Resonator. Set uppercut. This is good. In face down defense position. Do we have anything we want to flip? Marshmallow's got pretty low. Yeah, Marshmallow's got really low attack, so we could probably just get into Marshmallow with that. Ritual Beast. And another Tauzi. Lovely Yangzing. We still don't have enough Yangzings. Set uppercut is good, but is it good enough for us to play? Probably if we change up how the deck works. Right. Branded card. Don't think we could actually use that. That's another scrap monster. Deep Sea Minstrel Subterra. Add it to the flip deck. Dragoonity, not the first one. Okay. Aramage. And a Cold Enchanter, and another Fuse Line. It's not the most impactful pack in the slightest. I don't think any of that really changes what we're actually playing. So I think we just jump back into it. I'm criticising people for going over like these weird numbers over a set card limit, and technically we're a weird number over 40. Like, we should be on a couple fewer cards. But I do feel that, like, the cards we have we want to see, most of them, most of the time. And they all feel like they are genuinely helpful. Wait, this is the exact same person. Exact same name. Right? Like, this is literally who we just dueled. What can we do? We can synchro for 7. Yeah, we can synchro for 7. It'd be nice to get this guy going, but I think we just want to sync 7. So... And I did have a quick look at the Necro Dragon, and our deck doesn't have zombies at the moment. I know I didn't say it during last stream, but I wasn't saying anything during last stream, so there's that. Right, attack in. And we're now in a winning position because they're not going to do anything. They have 2600 on board, it's the only thing they're going to attack. They might take some reflect damage. They might just hit themselves in confusion. There's so many cards that we haven't seen, so many cards we don't have. But at the same time, we've got a surprisingly diverse pool. We've got a few level 7s, a few level 8 synchros, we've got like summonable high levels, which wasn't necessarily a given, like in any way. Right, let's see what happens. Okay, they take the 11. It's probably the better outcome. Speeds up the clock a little bit. Because otherwise they would have taken only half from that, and then we have to hit into them for 11 with this. Sales pitch. Yep, that's not doing anything. Set a card. Go battle phase. Hit in. Call it a turn. Win the duel next turn, hopefully. Maybe. See what happens. I guess that was another feature of earlier as well. FTKs. We saw the same FTK 2 or 3 times. Went first once they surrendered. Went second against it, they played the full thing out, and I think another one just quit, or maybe we actually just, you know, dueled against and didn't check it. I don't know. And again, it's still very weird that that one to me is just legal. Because it's been in the game for some time, and they do tend to address, like, FTKs in some manner. Please just, like, miss. I meant for me. I have to get up to 4,000 to kill. Granted, a normal summon technically does that, because we can just put it on the bottom of the deck. And we've got 15 cards in extra deck, because we've got a pendulum monster in the extra deck. So yeah, that'll do it. Normal summon. Activate effect. Put it on the bottom of the deck. Summon. Don't book a moon. Only counts face down cards. Okay. I'm sure we learnt this before, but need to learn it again. Yeah, first line of text. Each face down card in your extra deck. That's going to come up some point. I'm sure it already has done. Two tickets for that. Not much of a game, but 2 tickets. Right, see if we get anything slightly more impactful than last. Nope, we've got 1 tuner we can use for this, and I don't know if we're main decking anything that works for the second part. Dark Spellcaster. You see all this Dark Magician support. We don't have a Dark Magician. And yeah, none of this is really helping us out all that much. Right. Master Pack. Let's have a looky. Can get an ultra rare. Is it maybe Dark Magician? Do we have like a bad Dark Magician deck that's going on soon? More for the Gen X combo that does nothing. Springans. I mean, it's Springans support. I think we need to pitch a Springans monster for the C. Oh, that's crazy. That's insane. We have 2 Royal Yangzing Synchros? Hell yeah. This one isn't happening. I don't... Oh, wait, hold on. Tuner plus 1 more... no, it's a level 9. We need a level 5 tuner, because the Cosmos are psychic. At least the pilots are. None of those particularly matter, but that is really impactful. And that is not really a boss monster. Not for us yet. But this... Oh, that is insane. Now, I believe we opened Dragon Spirit last time. Let's actually just check that. Oh, we got another pack to open. Hell yeah. Alright, let's do that first. Right, first card. Tri-Brigade. Link. Okay. Another Cosmo. That's pretty good. We're starting to build up a Cosmo pile. It's not the most consistent thing, but Cosmo is, you know, it's Cosmo. We'll take it. Salamangrate. Network trap hole. That's not bad, actually. And what about the Vision Hero? Normal special summon type Bansh Hero at its hand, tribute to 2. Yeah, that's not going to be playable. But let's find out, where is it? Right, I'm pretty sure we opened from this one. No. We opened from the Sword Soul one. Featured cards. And if we display your cards... So yeah, we pulled this one last time. We pulled this one last time from this pack. Yazi we opened this pack with, and then we pulled a couple lower end cards. Now we only get a single pack, but I still think it's going into this one because it's got all the Yangzings still. And we... let's see. We still don't have a massive amount of them, but we do now have Denglong. I've never really played with this. I don't know what this does in the slightest. It's got a special summon out of Yangzing. Once per turn, send a worm from your deck to the grave. This card becomes that monsters. If it leaves the field, summon a Yangzing. And that's an if. So that's immediately better than most Yangzings. Right, we get one pack of this. Let's see if it's a good one. It probably will be. It's an extra pack of cards. Hey, this is a good amazement card. Book of Moon. Nice. And we don't really have that many amazement monsters. We have one. Steel Swarm. That's okay, but considering that's a 2 tribute monster for Steel Swarms that requires a Steel Swarm to be tributed. The third one. Okay. Hey, that's another name. You can special summon a Yangzing in deck, except... okay. During a main battle, Synchro, quick effect. Unaffected by spell effects, that's really cool. Magma Dragon. Oh, wait. So we can special summon this instead of the Sword Soul monster using, what's his name? The 7. And then this can just revive the 7, trigger it again. That seems pretty good. And Chiwen, Tuna monster. You can only use one effect per turn. Oh, but that's interesting. Okay, those are actually like some nice pulls. Those are really cool. Let's get into the deck and let's see if we can do anything with that. Yeah, let's look at the current deck. So, Yangzings. This guy, who is probably, I mean, it's got 200 more defense with putting it in. How do we make this at the moment? It's exactly Assault Synchron on one of these two. Or it's Destrudo target a 6, and then Synchro with a 4. Let's see. Oh, but we could always make it, like, after we make Yazi. Because special summon a worm from your deck in defense position. You could special something... Let's see. Can't be trouble battle. That's pretty good. Unaffected by spell effects. What level is that? 3, 1, 5. So, hold on. Uh, 9. We can make level 10 if we have a level 1 tuner. Which means, you know, you can make Vault Gate unaffected by spells, and you can make it unable to be destroyed by battle. Can't be Snatch Seal. But more important, it's kind of these two. What about 8s? Dark Pendulum. 1 plus, so you could use that for... That requires non-tuners synchros. You could do it for Star Eater. Make Star Eater unaffected by spells, unable to be destroyed by battle. You could do it for this, but it can't be destroyed by battle anyway. Let's see. What did we get? Target 3 Yangzings. The thing is, these all just float. So you could just play like the low-level Yangzings. Synchro summon immediately. One of these has the quick synchro effect. This one, once per turn during your opponent's main. Or about 2 of these have a quick synchro effect. But they aren't tuners themselves. Okay. Summon 1 from your deck in defense, summon 1 from your deck in attack. So they tag between defense and attack depending on which stat is strongest. So what can you quick synchro to in battle phase? That's a 1 and that's a 3. We have a varying level tuner. You could quick synchro into this. Probably maybe find a way to... No. It's kind of quick synchro into a 7, 6, or 5, probably. Using only Yangzings. Okay, that's a very important bit to read. Right. Do we still play that anyway? It's a bit of something different to think about. I don't genuinely know. I mean, this is good. It's a level 1 tuner which floats, and if it's floating, then we should have targets. That just kind of makes sense to me. This feels like it is a lot better now. What's the number of different... can we make it more reliably? Maybe. Oh yeah, the Magma Drago. This is good. We've gone into them about equal number of times. We're now making the deck a bit more bricky, I realise. But let's just try this out. Oh yeah, we haven't made him. So let's cut that and put Baxia back in. Let's try this out. Maybe it comes up, maybe it doesn't. And we do have other things to try out now. We can maybe try a slight kind of worm pile. Sword Soul Blackout. Did we get Sword Soul Blackout? Because that would be a really good card to have with the Yangzing stuff. We have Chunjun, who is a worm. That's good. I don't think we have much else in the way of Sword Soul cards. Need to have a look at it. Okay, we're probably facing against a real deck. As hands go, it's not terrible. But that does depend on what we're going against. DDD. Ooh, this is, hella combo deck. And it gives us 2 results. They combo to infinity and we lose. They combo and mess up and they scoop. Or they're new to DDD and they mess up, but they keep playing the game. They are in Platinum. I'd say the time for them messing up is probably gone, but I don't think that's the case. They can synchro summon? Yeah, they can synchro summon. But they're link summoning for the pendulum. Or for the link 2 that sets pendulums, sorry. How far are they going? How much do we think we can do? I don't know how DDD plays. Like, not the combo lines off the top of my head. This is correct to put in scale, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because it's kind of an extender, and that gets you your 2 4s back out. If you would take effect damage, you take no damage. Okay, so that's why you put that one in the other scale. Because DDD gives themselves a lot of damage. They're now Fiend locked. But that doesn't matter, I'm pretty sure like everything DDD is Fiend. You'd be hard pressed, yeah, to find a non-Fiend DDD monster. I'll make this one. Okay. So they seem to be ending their turn there, pretty much. Unless the last card in hand is something crazy. Oh yeah, you can just rank it up, can't you? Once per turn during each player's turn, if you took effect, attach this target. Okay, so you can inflict 1,000. Related cards. You can't just rank that up into the 6, can you? No. Well, damage is damage. Right, there's no battle trick on any of them. That's a link too. Another Gilgamesh. So you can trigger this guy's effect. If sent field to the grave, you can send a dark contract. Does that trigger this? It should trigger this, doesn't it? No, because that's the bit for resolving. Send Lamia. You can send a DDD from your hand or face of field to the graveyard, special this. But you don't want to do that. It's a tuner, but you've got what extension? Oh yeah, fusions, right. Maybe they are comboing correctly. As I said, I don't really know how DDD plays. But fusing from grave is on theme, and yeah, because it's not hard. No, first effect is hard once per turn, but they didn't use it because it requires another one. And what did they bring out? The Wave King Caesar again. Oh, and they haven't used this guy's effect yet. They haven't used this, if sent from field to grave. Is that a... Oh, XC summon, yes. Spell trap, or card or effect, okay. So, yeah, that's part of the actual end board. That's correct. The third Gilga? Do you link summon Gilgamesh 3 times? You're not locked into DDDs, I don't think, right? I so shouldn't think so. You're locked into Fiends. They do seem to know what they're doing, so I am probably cooked. Okay, they're gaining life points instead when this inflicts damage. Oh, and there's the Lamia. Might be the end of the game. I'm completely uncertain. Like, Moon Mirror doesn't cut it, I don't think. Moon Mirror would cut it on Machine Lord you are. But that's about it. During each player's turn, target face up spell trap. Okay, so that's a quick effect spell trap negate. So you have an actual spell trap negate and a sometimes spell trap negate. Oh, and that's the rank 10. Yeah, we're kinda done. That will do it. Right, 3 more wins. Come on, we can do this. It's only to get to plat 4. We can get to plat 4, right? Especially if we go first and draw the right cards, you know? Like, the last hand wasn't the worst. And likewise, this hand isn't the worst. Only problem is that we're gonna obviously have to, like, special summon the, Abomination, the Unchained monster. Well, problem is Ash. But also, like, double hooking only allows us to special summon, and the guy can only be special summoned once. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. You just ashed the search, and then you chained Max C. Like, I don't know what your thought process is, but it's a bit ski-whiff. $14 extra deck, by the way. Now, on summon effects resolve, so if it is actually Snake Eyes, then there's no point. Imper. Rebellion. Oof, okay. I don't like that a single bit. Add a Bestial from your deck to your hand. Right. I kind of want to keep double hooking. Right. I guess they get a search in end phase, but if we can actually take control of their monster. It's going to be better for us. They get a search in end phase, it doesn't, like, negate that. I don't think it does, anyway. Yeah, there you go. Because you activated it earlier in the turn, so you got to negate it at the start or lose it. Problem is, they can just keep your Dragon Magic. Alright. Fairy Wind. Let's see. I think we just put him back on bottom deck. Maxi number 2. Big Welcome Labyrinth, what the hell? Okay, toggle on. I'm not sure how this chain resolves. Archfiend, that's the wrong one to summon. Face up. So that resolves. Book a card. And this dies. That's okay. This doesn't hurt Labyrinth in the slightest because it needs face-ups. Book a Moon. Okay. Can only be activated when an attack is declared. Mirror Force. Right. But they can't activate it now. And they would have needed to discard earlier to, like, you know, do that. So we do this. We only have one. Yeah, we'll only have one monster in our grave, but I think that's what we have to do. We know that's Mirror Force, so we can either put it on top of the deck for them, or we can do something about this guy. Put it on top of the deck. Keeper Dragon Magic. Yeah, that still confuses me. What are you discarding? Branded Opening. Branded Labyrinth. This card, if a fusion monsters you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish it. Right, we need to play around the Mirror Force, but we kind of want to use our spot removal probably on the Mirror Force, so... depends on the draw. It really does. Because they would just Mirror Force this one. So yeah, you branded fusion. It's for a monster that mentions Fallen Bat. Are they going to be on Dragoon? I have a feeling it's going to be Dragoon. Because you fusion summon, you use Albaz and Nexus, alright. It gives you Albion. By banishing from the hand, field, and or grave. Yeah, problem here is we need to toggle on. Because they can still fusion summon by banishing from the grave. Yeah, bouncing that would have been great, apparently, but... Oh, they wouldn't have been able to make Mirror Jade then. Right. I forget that. Once per turn, quick effect. Yeah, it doesn't trigger if returned to the extra deck. You cannot use this effect. Yeah, but that doesn't matter, so I think we still do this. Put it back in the extra deck. They trigger it, they banish this. But they guess... Oh, I should have put that one back. It really... I need to remember that it's a fusion synchro. Like, it's an extra deck monster, long story short. They didn't have one in grave until that, so I needed to put that one back to the deck. But it does mean that Mirror Force is like... But, like... It means that Mirror Force is live, but what's Mirror Force when your opponent has Mirror Jade? Honestly. We need some really good top decks to get us back in the game, because we've got to go against Mirror Force and Bodies. If we don't get anything, we're dead on the field. Like, they've got game on board. Mirror Force would do it. It's not like anything comes back to them, or that these guys are protected, so Mirror Force into something good, but that counts on them missing a draw step as well, and whatever we get being better than whatever they get on the following turn after that. Ah, good god. I think we're just done. Okay. If we have Wing Blast, I mean, I don't know. They just added Fallen of Albaz. They have 1,000 less points on board, but they're about to summon another 13. So yeah, they still have it. Oh, that was a game-ending misplay. Well, was it? Yes, it was. They were attempting to fusion summon, but you have to select you have to select a target to fusion summon as well. So it's not like they then fuse into something else, the effect just doesn't work. And yeah, then they don't send something from the extra deck to the grave. Yeah, okay. You just realise something, and then you realise it more and more. And yep, we take those. And 3 whole legacy tickets. You see, this is what I mean. We can put in a real grind game, a real sweat to try and beat one guy. FTK, go. And then, you know, we don't do anything. We win the dice roll, and hey, guess what? That'll get you 3 tickets, 4 tickets if you're lucky. But a real, you know, try-hard game where you actually have to fight tooth and nail and get the win. 1. That's fine. That might go in the warrior deck. We are not playing Cloudians. I don't think we have a tri-type deck. We're definitely not playing Geminis. And those who attribute summon normal monsters. Which is not dissing all tribute summon normal monsters, but, you know, the current peak of those is cards like Ciphering Driver with 2600 on a level, you know, on a single tribute. That's a good extender for an Xyz deck. And we are starting to pick up Raid Raptors, but I don't think nearly enough, but that is a Raid Raptor card. Another Mech Lord. Amazonas. Eyes Show. Link 3 or higher at Ignister. When your opponent wants to declare stack special summon from your extra any number of non-link Cybursts with 2300. Then end the battle phase. I don't know how much of the Ignister stuff we have. Oh, that's funny if we get into it. Can we, like, see related cards to this? We can't here, can we? But yeah, what it's meaning is, like, these these 3. We need to have a look, but I don't think we have those. It also relies on us making a Link 3 in the first place. Like, we probably don't have that either, actually, so there's probably not much need. We don't really have trap tricks. We have hole traps, actually. We have at least 1. Exactly a 5, 2400. That's not happening. Level 6, and target a junk in grey special summon it. The other one probably would have been better. It does piercing. Another Ignister. Wild Legacy Guard Dragon. This is good for dragons. So, a boss monster for that deck, or for normals. Smooth Droid Domino Butterfly. Pendulum summon except for winds. Discard target banish wind out to hand. Wind, dragon, or machine. Yep. Cool. Okay, and that we have. I'm pretty sure we have a boss stage. Sorry about booping the mic there. I think we have one boss stage. And I'm pretty sure we have a couple other generator names. Problem is, we're starting to get very field spell reliant. We only have Metaverse. But if I take a look at... yeah. We have 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 names, 1 field spell. So we're counting on drawing this or Metaverse before drawing any of these other names. Because if we get any of these other names in hand, they are stuck. Do we have rank 9s? I think we do. But I couldn't tell you what they are. We have 2.
That's not going to happen. And that is pretty bad. Granted, the generators are just kind of like good enough on their own. Let's try. No, okay, we don't have the level 9 support card that's part of the World Legacy lore as well. That's another thing. Because, where is it? Let's find it. This is pretty much just a generator card, and it would make the deck a little bit better, but we don't have that. So we need to not think about it. I don't think we can play generators with that still. Later cards. Yeah, we don't even have the Link 3 to start this, do we? Link 3 or higher at Agnista, so yeah, that's oops. Ignore that. That's our second Altergeist. Got 2 of this. Raid Raptor. Okay, we are starting to get Raid Raptors, but we can't make, like, a little one. So how are we making this? Oh, that's what this is for. Target Dark Xyz with no materials, special summon that's 1 rank higher. Ah. It's not that one. What else do we have? Nothing that really skips that many levels. Yeah. So we can't really play Raid Raptors either. We could play this. We haven't got any other Cosmos since, if I can spell it right. Yeah, we're already playing all our, like, Cosmo cards anyway, but this is a single tribute. Level 6, we're not doing that. Dark Machine, that doesn't come up. Except in this guy's case. But if this is in the graveyard, we're probably banishing it to float into one of these. Probably this. What are we playing at the level 6 slot? We're playing this. This is good. This will... We can try removing this and putting this one in. Because in theory, we're trying to do a more Yangzing line. The more Yangzing line. We're going to try and float into, like, Yazi a couple times, I guess. Like, the Sword Soul is good, but I think the Yangzing line, if we actually pull it off, is probably a little bit better. Especially because, what is it, a 3 or 1 and whatever tuner we have means that we can shuffle in 2 different attributes if we make Daxia. I said first. I clicked first. Okay. My internet is fine, right? That's still going. Is that connection terrible? Just lag? I guess we can test out our Yangzing stuff right now. Activate this. They thinking. They don't know. They don't know in the slightest. Normal summon. End. When destroyed a battle card effects into your grave, you can special summon a Yangzing from the deck in defense. Right, I guess we're about to see how good the Yangzing part of the deck actually is. Because we have like 3 names. Oh dear. Oh. Yeah, alright. Go for it. My opponents have not been particularly lucky with this when they've gone against me. He's luckier than most, alright. in theory, this is just burn. Just very, very cheap burn. With max zero. Oh wait, do those go back on top of the deck? Shuffle the rest back into the deck. Alright. You can't special summon. So it is funny. Do you think they realise that they can't special summon? Okay, they did actually know that they couldn't special summon. I reckon we want to start trying to discard cards from their hand as soon as possible. So, let's go in with this first. Pitch a card, random card. Pretty good. And, yeah, let's end the turn there. It's 2 guys on board. And granted, they're playing burn, so it might not be better, but I think it's better. It's better than Ring of Destruction against one big guy. They draw another one. So it doesn't matter that we pitch this. I mean, they could be on Dark Magician. They're actually on Dark Magician. Alright. Now what? Harvey's Feather Duster. Nice attempt. Now what? Okay, sure. Now we get 3 counters on this and we can start adding kaijus. In theory, they just get rid of Air Vellum. They don't actually start the whole Yangtzing chain floating. That is in theory. Yeah. 4. They aren't really doing much of anything else. And too late. That is the Yangtzing chain. Right, let's add. If they have Ash, they have Ash. It does not bother us in the slightest. Because currently they are bricking on just about everything. It looks like, at least. Well, actually, that's kind of funny. Yeah, we'll do that. Big. Thanks for pitching. Anyway. Now, maybe Yazi just wins it. Let's find out. Ignore the phone that's going off in the background, please. Right. What do you draw? What I've seen of the deck ain't that great. We've got set Man-Eater Bug. We've got the ability to search kaijus. This can't be destroyed by battle, so you're going to destroy it by card effect or banish it. Which triggers, like, every known Yangtzing. Another one. Well, it could be the same one. It keeps putting itself back. Go for it. Feels a bit weird that they just managed to draw the same one again, though. They gotta be on more than one. End of the day, it is still, you know, 3 cards in hand. 2 cards in hand with a Dark Magician on the field. Come on. There we go. Okay, summon Dark Magician, now what? Tune. What is your deck? There is a Toon Dark Magician, but there's no way you're actually on, like, Yeah, okay. Wait. No. That was just objectively correct, but it's just, it's funny that it kind of ends like that. Because that is the end of the game. And the fact that we've actually made Yazi with Yangzing stuff, and we have Yangzings in deck, does not matter. And just for good measure, add a Kaiju. And close out. Okay, looking at that one in the, we're gonna take a look at that list, because that was a little weird. Duel wins. Yeah, it's a Dark Magician deck, I guess. Win's a win. We take what we can get here. Packs. Master Pack. 2 of your finest Master Packs. Now, if I had a penny for every time we got a Royal Rare Yangzing card, I have 2 pennies. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. That's interesting. And a lot of these other cards are not. This is really interesting. I love this guy. But we didn't get a Royal Rare for that pack, so there's no reason. Even if we did get a Royal Rare for that pack and actually go into it, there's probably not much reason to play him as is. We would have just hoped that we get one of the big guys. Jade. That's actually, like, some reason to play Super Heavy Samurai. Like, this is a single tribute boss monster. Also, that's our second Salamangreat revive. Which is both good for Salamangreat and our Fire Warrior deck that we have going on. And our second block and roll. This is a boss monster. This is really cool. Can we summon it is a problem. What do you do? Interesting. Okay. That's another... Wait, that's another Star Seraph. We've got 2 of those now. I don't know if that matters. Anyway, that's the... was that the first or the second pack? I think that was the second pack. That was the second pack. Okay. Good to double check it. Right, let's go to Warriors. How much in here is actually Fire Warriors? These 4 are, but they go to Extract. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 fires. 10 fires. So yeah, that feels justified. I don't think there was anything else that really kind of like fits in here. That's a warrior, but it's for Amazoness, really. Oh yeah, there was this thing which we're debating on playing. You can just normal summon it. It is a level 3, which means it puts you into these guys. What else? Not a whole lot else. Gen X. Setup cut. This thing. That's a warrior. But I think that's like a far better card, even if it's a fiend. What if we do just take a look at our fire stuff? What do we find out? find out that scrolling to the bottom, we have a mixture of cards. A real mixture of cards. There isn't any kind of theme bar Fire Warrior, including this one, which we're not currently playing because it's a 6 Samurai card, and we'd need more 6 Samurais, I think, to make that worth it. We have picked up a few more, but I don't think quite enough. Just cards here, there, and everywhere. I don't think we have the appropriate cards for that. That's a Tenyi. Fire Zombies. Dragon Roller. So yeah, we do have a couple volcanic things. And okay, maybe we should actually look at our 6 Samurai cards for a moment. Right, what do we have? So we have this, you can special summon if you control 2. Now, let's go from there. That doesn't summon itself. You can banish 2 6 Sams from your graveyard and or face the field, then target one in your graveyard, special summon it. Okay, so that's not doing it. That isn't. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon a level 4 or lower from your hand. Okay. If you control legendary 6 Shinai, who is the water one we don't have, you can special this. Nope. Secret 6. Send from deck to grave. Okay. Nope, that's not a name. And special summon up to 2 from your hand. Place Bushido. Title 1 either. Assuming for that mirror match. Yeah, okay, so we don't really have enough. This is a hell of a guy. Oh yeah, I'll just look it up in here. Let's take a look at our super heavy pulls. Okay, it's still not really enough to play the deck, but we have a boss monster. We have one of their synchros. And what can we do with this? We can make it double attacking, indestructible by battle 3,300. 4,300. And it has technically a battle phase negate. But that's like assuming peak combo. And I'm not sure how we get to that. What else does it do? Locks into super heavy? No, you can pendulum summon whatever you want. They are generic scales. This requires the target in grave, though. Like, unironically, this is probably one of the better cards we have. Because this special summons from hand, but this lets us stack the deck. Anyway, thinking on things too much. We need to find a deck for the Wicked Avatar. The Wicked Avatar is such a good card. Like, if you can consistently bring it out, it's probably the sort of thing that people would be, really pissed about. Because your opponent just cannot activate spell traps. And it's, permanently got Moon Mirror Shield on it. It applies like Moon Mirror Shield does. Okay, so probably a real deck. Let's find out what they have. At least we're not facing Dragoon Turbo as much anymore. I know it's only a couple of games, but it's still rather annoying. $14.41. And Fire Warrior combos. No. Selection pack combos. Let's go, I can do selection pack combos. Unless you actually have, like, a real deck that is just selection pack. Maybe I can't then. But currently... Currently we're fine. Yeah. Okay. You get to equip another card, then destroy this card. Maybe there is some, like, plays that they actually have going on here, but it looks like there have been a couple, either bots or players, that have just gone around, like, batch pulling from the selection pack, not getting a good enough deck, and then playing something like, what is it? Melodious Madolce without an extra deck, or, you know... You didn't normal summon? I guess you didn't normal summon. Once per turn, send a monster from your hand to graveyard, special summon, choose its fusion summon when a monster declares an attack, okay. So yeah, we can get rid of this, right? Or just literally get rid of it. From your graveyard, from your hand, at the start of the damage step. Okay, so it is important to get rid of that. From your deck or extra, so it does float as well. I don't think it floats from this. Just saying. Right. I think we want to keep the Lightning Vortex. So let's just do it like this. Nope, we're not doing that. Put it face up. And use its effect to flip this face down so we can actually hit over it. Set a card, because I don't have Malevolent Catastrophe. End turn. We've got MST and a 3k beat stick. I think, and Lightning Vortex in hand, I guess. Mimicking Man-Eater look, which we can possibly special summon. This duel should be ours. Should probably just put some real effort into working out, like, the Dragon deck. Okay, it's a bot. You wouldn't just go battle phase if you're a player. Even if you had evenly matched, you should recognize that you control the card in that, so... Okay, we start with the clock. And that doesn't really help it out. Right. Fade 2 draw steps, or let me draw some other monsters, I guess. One or the other. It's weird how the games we've won have felt a little bit, I don't know, just different. Like, there are a lot of the games we've won up to this point where the opponent just simply does not know what they're doing. Or is a bot. Well, no, I should say it's been a bot or an FTK and, you know, they've gone second or something like that. It just feels different when you feel like you get a player or a bot that's playing, like, almost a real deck, but, like, not quite. Sure. Go for it. Because, like, this is on the cusp of actually doing, like, plays. But you just made it a level 8 and you don't have any tuners, so I don't really know what you're doing. Maybe they'll show me. Maybe they'll go battle phase and hit themselves for most of their remaining life points. Make it a turn faster. You can always hope. This is... okay, they're making a Link summon. Flame Tongue. Face-up spell traps you control cannot be destroyed. Oh, okay. Target fire. Add to your hand. From your extra deck, okay. What was that? Oh, okay, then draw one card. Yep. Oh. Face-up spell traps. Okay, so if they set anything, we can just MST it. They don't make it fast enough. It helps, but it still needs some attack points, right? Yeah. We need 400. Can we get 400 attack points, you think? Got a few monsters in here. A few tribute summons, I guess, is the problem. Sure. What do we get? Yeah, that doesn't do it. We've got to wait around another turn. Might as well set this again. If we'd gotten another trap card slightly earlier, then, you know, that would have done it. Something that we could just activate so we could MST and then bring back Paleo. And what entertaining gameplay for everyone. Hope you're all on the edge of your seats watching this riveting action. Oh, they're changing phases. They got 3 cards in hand. They set a guy. Set 2. And some other thing. Let's destroy this. Okay, cool. Let them attack in. Or are they not going to attack in? Does the bot realise what number is bigger than other number? Because I'm not sure they do. You get to listen to the default theme. It's a good theme, but like, it'd be neat if like each field had a couple themes, or it just rotated through them. I don't know. They're really blurring the lines between player and bot. A bot would do something by now. A player, like, should have done something by now, but if they haven't, they're just being, you know, waiting on the timer. Can I be bothered to stick around for this? The answer is yes. I need wins where I can get them. I don't really know what our win rate's been like over the past, hour and a half. But this is a win, which means 2 packs. Yeah, they are just waiting out the timer, aren't they? They've just, like, left seat. That's a click thing, isn't it? Isn't? Is that just part of their waiting thing? You see, good base default Mate Rescue Rabbit has at least, like, has a good 3 animations. What? 4 animations? I don't know. And then you look at, like, the new mates, and they just have 1. Granted, how many animations can you do for a dartboard? How many animations can you do for a literal monolith? Book a moon, you know? I'd like to be entertaining in these times where we're waiting on the opponent for just, the free win, but I have talked about most of... Well, I didn't talk about most of my things earlier, because people were asleep, and so there was no microphone, but I, chatted. I put things in the Twitch chat about, what I'd been up to earlier over the past few days. There really isn't a great deal to tell. I guess, if you heard me complain about the Monday stream setup, it's because I was in my brother's room. Because my room, when someone comes over, is normally treated as a guest room, which I'm fine with. But it does mean that I've got to find other arrangements for when I'm streaming on the Monday Eve, because a lot of guests are gone by the Thursday Eve, so I'm back in my room, on my bed, nice and comfortable. But the Monday, I chose a very poor, layout. It's not like there was a great choice available for me, because, somewhere on the floor, which was my bed, and, you just put things around you, next to you, what have you. But, yeah, my legs were a little too long for the area that I was choosing, and so I had to awkwardly cross them, and then, they get a little bit cramped when you're sitting like that, a little bit, they start to ache, so you unfurl them, but, you can only really do one at a time. It was just a really, really bad layout. So if you heard me moan about it, that's why. And if all goes to plan, I'll be either working it out again Monday, because we have another guest visiting, or I'll be moaning about it again Monday, and you guys can be here to listen and enjoy it. They must be interacting with the, okay, there you go. Finally. Yeah, they were sitting there and interacting with things, because otherwise it wouldn't be a time limit win. Now, that should just be a selection pack deck. At least, that's what it looks like from here. Right. Come on, let's get something nice from the shop. 4 whole tickets. Let's do it. Skip, what do we got? Electric Snake. Something I may or may not have played when doing a progression series with my brother, because we kept on running into discarding each other's hands. Troop Dragon. This is sometimes played in Paleos. We don't have Paleos. But on the other hand, it is also just a floater. That's not the worst, but we're not on insects. A little bit different from me controlling no monsters. Don't think we play that. Normal monster, bad equip spell. Add one of that card to your opponent's hand. That seems terrible. I can give my opponent their bricks, but that's the best part. Or if I want to, banish my opponent's hand, I can first get that card to their hand and then banish their hand. So that seems a bit iffy on several levels. Right. Bashing Shield. That's fairly solid as an equip spell. Snowman. Ice counters. A mechanic that just, seems spread out along a few set releases, which is really funny. Wait. Oh, that's actually a really funny detail. You have a whole bunch of snowmen. You have the Snowman Creator. This right here, just in the corner, that's Snowman Eater. That's the mate for this dual pass. Booge Incident. Nope. Oh, that's a no. That's a second Dogfighter. That's a very soon to duplicate card. Let's see. Sanctuary in the Sky or a spell trap that mentions it, and same attack but a different name. I don't know if that helps us with our 6 Sams. I didn't really pay attention to attack stats. Maybe it does. We will have to look at that. Right, Megalith. We have a few of the level 4s, but we don't have like a payoff with them yet. And we need the 8s to actually do things. That is an equal stat monster. Machine, fire. Okay. So it summons on Summoner of Rescue Ace, which means we need a critical amount of Rescue Ace cards. And this guy's nice to get another copy of. Former Power Lady Ange. An attack is declared discard Pendulum, that opponent's monster loses 1,000. That's not particularly great effect. Discard this card and a perform pull, draw 2. Yeah, the monster effect's fine, and it's a low scale. Hey, another Battling Boxer. Okay, so it does lock us into Battling Boxers the turn we use it. It doesn't limit them to attack a defense position. I don't think we have an Xyz. But, that does allow us to just, you know, put out 2 guys. So that'd go again to the warrior deck. Where is he? Fire warrior. So yeah, let's take a look at our 6 samurai. Got this one. Right. 200, 500, 500, 16, 4, 16, 17, 17, 12. That's not a 6 star. So we have a pair of 17s, a pair of 16s, a pair of 5s. So it does help. Let's save that version of the deck. Okay, I'm not sure if the pendulum scales are as needed or if they're just like a funky addition. We've got a lot of high scales. But I think we keep them in. We're not really playing this at the moment anyway. But as for good stuff, we've just got yet another monster that is a Cosmo monster. Do we take anything out for it? I don't think we do, but this is a normal summon 1900. But doesn't really have other synergies. You know what, in the interest of like actually having these combos a little bit more, maybe we do that. I didn't actually read this. Create a number of ice counters equal to the number of waters. Yeah, I wonder how many of these ice counter cards we have. Okay, we have exactly 2. 300 attack per ice counter on the field. And then, okay, so yeah, it's not really doing it. Need some heavy swarming. Right, let's do that. And currently, we don't know if the Yangzings are working, so we'll leave them in. Next duel. How many more? One. Okay, one more duel and we get into platform. Just one more. The name seems sensible. I'm worried. I'm going first. I'm worried. Right. Oh, they have an extra deck. It's not that many, though. 3. We're being FTK'd in some capacity. But we can do that. We can do that. And we can set Sangan. Zangan can search just like Destrudo? Oh. No, it's just a structure deck then. Using a normal monster. Oh, you just... yeah, Raigeki, sure. On the off chance they destroy our back row, we'll keep it in hand, we'll search Destrudo. Discard at level 8, draw 2, okay. Are they getting to the... no, they're not getting to Chaos Max. Chaos Max doesn't have the right stats. What are they playing? Is it a structure deck? There's Alt. Okay, summon Alt. Wrong column. So apparently we actually should have summoned this, but I guess how are we to know? Oh. We have a problem then, right? You can shuffle... oh, destroys... wait. Oh, cannot activate cards for effects during the battle phase, okay. We need to do something about this. It does something about it. Wait. Let's put it in that column. Just leave it where it is. And let's call it. Right, okay, we have a mirror. So yeah, we should have summoned this. Okay, that's an error, but how was I gonna know? Right, just a normal summonable guy. Well, that counts. That is close enough. Pendulum Scale. It does decent damage by itself. So, what if we just left it on the field? Wait. Yeah, I think we just do it. It doesn't need to get sent to the grave. If a card you control is destroyed by battle card effect, yeah. Okay, so we'll just special this. Okay. Send a Blue Eyes White Dragon. It is the normal. Yeah, you send the normal to summon that, and then you can discard a card to target a Blue Eyes or a card that matches it in grave. Okay. Can you get Alt Dragon? Alt Dragon's in hand. But he can put the Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. And then, what? We get the Unchained out, destroy the Blue Eyes, pitch Destrudo. So yeah, this dies, we get this, we pop this. Well, don't know what this is actually. That could be anything. They sent True Light. That could be True Light. It's Successor Soul. They have the Optime monster. And they have the game. No. They don't have a monster. However, they might just have the game anyway. We do need a normal summon or we die. That's not a normal summon. How did this happen to me? What was I supposed to do? Go for, like, Yangzing plays? Maybe? You can only use each once per turn, so okay, so it's a hard one per turn. Yeah, I'll do it. You're fucking kidding me, man. One duel. One duel to rank up. And it might have been optimal to do Yangzing plays, actually. Who's to say? They play Master Duel. Right. Okay, let's see what we're going against. Well, we have Torrential MST and a monster immune to Torrential. So, what if we summon this? Set this. And set this. And we call that a turn. 50-14. With a profile that makes me think they play the game. Okay. This is fine. Summon that, yep. That's not doing anything by itself. What, that's it? Nothing? Did you think this was like material for a Link summon? Okay. Well, we're still one duel to the next rank. What? Cards. What about you? No, that's a Blue Eyes deck. It's not the Blue Eyes structure though, is it? I don't know. Still feels bad that we lost to it. We might have to go back on the Light Imprisoning Mirror. Ooh. What do we have? Fairy Tale Tales. That's for 1850 spellcasters. That's for Klee. Try of it's not worth reading. That's for the flip deck. That's for the flip deck is probably a common sentence that's just not going to end up happening. Cosmic Quasar Dragon. You couldn't give me a, like, harder to make thing. And that's just 2 level 8s. That's a lot easier, you see? That's the kind of thing we could use. It's for the normal deck we don't have. But what do we have? We have, like, Pacifist. Do we have anything else that really supports normals? We have that dragon. Another Abyss Actor. Dream Mirror card, rank 6. Probably Dark Monster in either player's graveyard. That's the final Raijin, I'm pretty sure. Okay, we have a Cleefort. Just after saying that we don't have them. I could go in the machine deck, maybe. And Salamangreat Great Emerald Eagle. I don't know if we have the ritual for that. And even if we do, I think we need to ritual summon it technically twice. Because that's how Salamangreat's whole gimmick works. You summon it once and then you use that monster as like the material for the next one. If you're using the main mechanic of the archetype Link summoning, they do it via the field spell, which allows them to use one of the same name as the whole material. Right, okay, let's try this again then. 1 duel to rank up. Going first. Against 4011. With Inspector Border. We can special summon this, just not if we control a monster. So double hooking it does work. And if we do double hooking, then we could possibly get something like this out. Doesn't negate their effects. No, it doesn't. Right. Are they actually on worms? Maybe. Who knows? Normal summon. They're bricked on something. Don't know what they could actually be bricked on, because if they've got in-hand monster effects, they can't use them. Okay, I guess, yeah, no max C, so they could be bricked on that. There's a lot they could be bricked on. Hoping to draw Raigeki. It's a Sword Soul. Yeah, you can hit this. Okay, they summoned a guy. Do they set a card? If they set a card and just pass on that, I think we're good. Because we already have 2,000 on board. Yeah, end phase. Pop the set card. Imperm. That will in fact do it. Discard this. Target these two. They now get a monster effect, but it's only if they realise. I was supposed to... It cannot be normal summon set. Okay, I've messed this up. I have actually messed this up. They get a monster effect, but they haven't realised. I was meant to pitch the, Cogdrake. Let's just check if I could, pitch the Cogdrake. Well, actually, let's check if that was just Sword Soul, because it looks like that's what it was. Yeah, just Sword Soul Bestial, like, you know, actual deck. Inspector. Nope, that's not what I want to look at. It's this one, edit deck. Yeah, you must be special summoned by a card effect. Yeah, okay, we should have pitched that. That's what I meant to do. But it did it anyway. And we got 1 legacy ticket for it. Understandable. Right. Oh no, we didn't get a legacy ticket for that. That's from the previous duel. Right, we finally made it back. Scramble. Mecha Phantom Beast. If your opponent's monster on the field outnumber your non-token monsters on the field, tribute any number of Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, summon a equal number of Mecha Phantom Beasts. It doesn't archetype lock you, or like type lock you or anything. That's kind of cool. Sylvan. Danger Zone. I don't know if we have enough dangers. I don't think we do. Another Abyss Actor. We're slowly putting those together. Flame Swordsman. We can't make this. Like, at all. We can substitute one of these two names. But only one of them. Right. Hack number 2. Danger Zone is a really good card if we get dangers. That's an Infinitrack. We can put that in the machine deck. It'll actually do things. Junk Gardener, Junk Synchron, and therein lies the problem. Number C96. We don't have 96. No. I don't think so. Right. Let's go back to it and get back into it, because I don't think there's any changes to make. Related. We do, but we'd have to make it first. Like, it takes 3 level 2 darks as well, which I don't think we can actually make. Also, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have 6 danger cards. 2 of which reborn a danger from the grave. The danger in grave would have 3,000 defense, and that's the thing. It's like a cycling draw engine. Discard a danger, place it on the bottom of the deck, then draw 1 card. But like, you're kind of like, it seems like you want this in grave. But you want to, yeah, you want to like get this on the field, draw 1 card, have it be this, use this as material, and then pitch this to get this back on the field again. And what if this card is engraved? Discard a danger, place this on bottom. Like, it's not great, not in the slightest. Okay, get back into it. Just another duel. Just keep it rolling. Now we gotta choose. Choose first. Magical hats. I like that one. It's a funny one. Right, this is a hand. I think we just summon and set. There's not much else we can do. This is a hand trap, but it takes still another turn to activate, or them attacking it. And, well, you just kind of sometimes got to hope your opponent plays into it. Now, there's a couple of the cards in this deck. It's one of the cards on field, I'll tell you now. Is it Paleo? Is it Labyrinth? No, that's Salamangreat. Well, this would have been far more effective either here or here, but they still would have just, like, used the other one, I think. Oh, wait, no, it's probably just a Masochist deck, actually. No? No, that's a Salamangreat card. Structure deck, then? You're gonna add Sanctuary, right? They did not add Sanctuary. Have they drawn it? Do they not have it? They've probably hard drawn, like, the good Salamangreat cards, which are the traps. Because they have a counter trap and a pop equal to link rating. Which, even if you just, like, make the link 2, that's, you know, that's good enough. It's a 2 for 1. Cerberus. This was not special summoned. Reborn. Get this back, because it's the only thing in grave. Do I pay 1,000 before they make anything? Power Code Talker requires exactly 3 monsters, and I don't know about other Link 3s that are going to beat over this or negate. Promethean. Yeah, sure, that's a card. Yeah, go for it. See what they do from here. Now I genuinely don't know. I'm not sure they do either. They're in plat, they must know something, but... Okay. Break the firelock. Not that it really hurts them anyway. Title Link. Here for Link Monster Specials. Okay. Alright, sure. Do I want to keep my monster? I think I want to keep my monster. I'll pay 1,000. And then we normal summon Samsara, we special this, we kill it. It's either that or we synchro to banish it. Because we can make a rank 4, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah, and then if they do actually destroy anything, we got this. Seems good. Right, normal summon. Put this on the bottom. Negate the activation destroyer. If card you control, that is not a card I control. Add an Unchained card. We'll get this. Yeah, so I believe we just want this then. Yeah. Banish the one monster they put so much work into. And yeah. Now they've destroyed a card, so we get this guy back. That's fine, we just let them have that. Now I believe banish them has to banish both, so they keep this. Oh no. In attack, we are not going to discard. We're simply going to go battle. Hitting. And... You know what? Yeah. While there's, you know, no Promethean engrave, because this doesn't get banished, it just goes back to grave. So we keep this here. Sure, I'll take 300. Go for it. Activated it at the wrong time. Main 2. Set 1 card. Now, if they pop the set card, okay, we suffer, but on the other hand, this one just gets brought back. Now, if he leaves the field, we weren't certain that, you know, he wasn't going to die last turn, which is why we set it. Yeah, that's fine by me. Let's see what happens, because now he does come back in end phase. But if he comes back like that,
he does get put on the bottom of the deck. Right, okay, hold it. Hold. Okay, I think there's actually just a very simple winning move here. We don't wait until the end phase. And then because he's special summoned, I said, because he's special summoned. Okay, so he still comes back during the end phase anyway. I take a little bit more damage. Oh no, he doesn't, because I special summoned him. Fuck. I played around the Promethean Princess and then immediately forgot about the Promethean Princess. You can only special summon it once per turn. That doesn't include his own card effect, so he stays in the graveyard now. Done goofed. He would have died anyway, but he would have come back into the deck. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? On the other hand, Marshmallow. I have the upper hand. A set monster. Alright, so I've been a colossal idiot. Because I completely forget that this is a thing. It would have been better to leave it on the field? I don't know. I mean, we want it gone, but it, like, firelocks. We just need to, like, get rid of it. This was not correct. But it was, because we needed to, like, force something out. Anyway, take 1,000. Probably Imperm. They've said it in the column. Okay, not familiar with Marshmallow. What gets us out of this? No. No, it doesn't. Right. Keep it in hand. If they get rid of Marshmallow, we can still attack for 800. But what then? This feels like a structure deck with a couple extra cards. Because, you know, Promethean isn't in the structure, nor is Darkhold, Dimension Wall. Pretty sure Recall isn't. Okay, Link off. Ablaze. You know, there is no fire monster in my grave. You've made a weaker monster than what you had. Torrential. If monster is special summoned. Well, they just used Torrential. What's the odds that they have two? And this does just win the game from here. Unless it's like Call the Haunted. Mirror Force. You speak it into existence. What the fuck? At this point, it is two Masochist decks going against each other. Sure, you have, like, Salamangreat cards, but, like, you're not playing them at all well. If that is a proper Salamangreat deck, you're playing it terribly. I've got a Kaiju in hand. How is that going to help me right now? I will Kaiju this 1700 beat stick, giving them a 3300 beat stick. Helps me end the game, like, marginally faster. Clockwork Knight. Cool.
we play that, we take less damage. Did we buy ourselves an extra turn? No. Yes, actually, no, we did. Depending on what they draw. We've already gone through a good couple of normal summons. Although, 1, 2, 3, 4 higher levels, so that's something. So we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a fair few summonables. Like, Yang Zing would go pretty hard. A lot of things would go pretty hard. Maybe a Sacked Pendulum would. That does not. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Is there anything? There really isn't, is there? I've bugged this up something awful. God damn. Right, go again. Whether we did screw that up horrendously, I don't really know. We're going against some people with a very bad day, aren't we? We're giving them a good day. Which is... I mean, yay. I like bringing joy into other people's lives. I'd rather win some fucking duels, you know. You cannot make these hands up. And here we'll get Duster Stormed, I don't know. Duster Hold, I guess, is the way you'd say it. Because Duster Stormed implies that this is in attack position. Right, what do you have, Atem? King of Games. With your regular deck. I have the early 2000s calling. We have the peak of modern technology. Oh dear. Do you have anything else, or is it just Unicorn? Do you have a spell to search with Unicorn, or a spell to activate? Now, I do think I let Sangan die, if they summoned another monster and attack. Jesus, they took some time thinking about that. This is not a particularly complex deck. Like, with these cards just like, okay, so I open the Unicorn, we go get this, and then if we have another one, we just, like, normal summon them, you know? And then if we get Fenrir, oh look, we summon another, we search another one, we summon another one. Possibly. You gotta remove it. Alright. Ascended jump scare. Oh, you're just straight up going into the Xyz. How many materials is it? It's only 2. You probably use these 2, right? Which means they're 3,000 down. No. Why are you... can't be sure about card effects while that's material. I got a kaiju that. I got a kaiju. Oh, they're gonna make 2. This is Red Eyes, this is not Kashtira. No, they're keeping this on field. Why are you keeping that on field? I don't want you to keep that on field. What the hell is you? Okay. Are you making Tax Dragon Turbo? To like the absolute extreme. Must be. This is a problem. What are you doing with that? Link Spider. You're just getting as many bodies on field as you can. I am dead? Like, I'm just so TK'd. There's nothing I can do. This is mandatory. Oh, you fucker. You absolute knob. I'm already fucking sick of this shit. Thing is, Verte is not a good healthy card to have. It's at 1, you don't need it at more than 1. Damn. My mandatory trigger, which I now have to pay 1,000 for. No, they're stopping me from paying 1,000 with Dragoon. They're negating the Sangan search. What if this was Storming Mirror Force? Like, it isn't, but, like, they just didn't think about that, did they? Oh, fuck you. I mean, what if it was Blazing? Blazing does it, right? How do you look at Blazing Mirror Force? Fucking twat. I don't care that they were having a bad day. They deserve to be having a bad day. Tax Dragon Turbo Feet Dragoon. No. Just stop it. Wrong button. No, that doesn't do it. Not far from it. Magic Cylinder would have done. How can you let someone be rewarded for negating a fucking Sangan search instead of the face down spell trap that's on the field? Oh my fucking Christ. So it's Chimera or branded. Because Frightfire is a go second deck. There was a brief hope they would just not do anything. But they bricked. What the fuck are you making? Don't care what you're cooking, get out the fucking kitchen. Also negates effects, fuck. Doesn't matter that they can only activate one monster effect per turn, they only need one monster effect if they can just negate Inspector Order. While you control... Yeah, that's a name. That's not the type. Yeah, this does nothing. Like, we gotta play it out, but this really ain't gonna do it. Oh, for fuck's sake, and I might not even have, like, the part of the combo I need. The combo. Discard this and we're all good. Discard my far right card, good sir. Great. And they're going to continue. Yep, pitch. Oh, fucking joy. How do you summon this bitch? From your hand. Okay. Don't currently have a Sinful Spoils. Come on then. If you're gonna end there, end there. What are you doing? SP. Okay. Gives you more monster effects than I like to have. Okay, they hit the card that I did not need. Let's go. Right. So... let's Pension Zone this. It's not a monster. Well, it's not a monster, so they can't banish it with SP. Oh, that's how you fucking do it. No, that is just mildly cancerous. Must be set before activating them, so... are they trap cards, or is it just like you have to set them face down? Cool. Let's just set this. Okay, so it's like that. Anyway, inspector border. I'm not going to activate cards or effects. I'm going to punch SP. This includes them. It's one-sided. My fucking god.
There is legitimately no thought that needs to be put in this. During the opponent's turn, quick advantage this. Sure. I can set this. Pass turn. I probably should have killed this, shouldn't I? All they have to do is set a card and they actually kill Inspector Border. But no, it's okay. As long as their first action of the turn isn't set a card, I can kill this. And then they have to fusion summon before they can kill Inspector Border. Which, oh dear, that fusion spell that they recovered to their hand and is not in their graveyard. Whatever will they do? Apparently not the first thing. And presumably they're reading. They're going to destroy a card. Because that's a spell trap effect, not a monster effect. Now you actually have to fusion summon, not that that's difficult. You've just got Poly, you've got Chimera fusion, you've got everything you need. Maybe not the types. Maybe not the types. Beast and a Fiend. 2 monsters with different type, Beast, Fiend, or Illusion. Oh, you can do it from hand. Don't have it on the field, but... And yeah, we forgot to equip Moon Mirror Shield to this boy. That was a mistake. Not that it matters. What do you destroy? That's funny. Yeah, I genuinely should have equipped that to the, Oh well. Losing the game. Or misplays. Why is it that we got so hard-bodied in Plat 4? What is so monumentally different? That was a quick effect, right? Why didn't you do that during the battle phase? Numbskull. We can't beat this. If I'd maybe actually equipped the Moon Mirror Shield, they would have had to pop that. And if they'd had to pop that, maybe it would have panned out a little bit different. But as it is, we did not do that. And wow, would you look at that. Can we get a single win in this rank? Maybe not with this hand. Not going first. Or not going second, rather. Oh dear. I think we are going to have to be back on the Light Floodgate. I think we need to put in the 2 Imprisoning Mirror, maybe the 1 DNA transplant as well to guarantee it. What do? You play Floodgates. We gotta play it. We're losing the duel if we don't play this out. Or we're D-ranking if we don't play this out, sorry. We're losing the duel if we don't play it out anyway, but... We're currently D-ranking.
And unfortunately, they've got absolutely everything. Although in the case of Melodious, absolutely everything is normal summon this level 4. Because you normal this level 4, and then you get to add this, and then what you can do is you can put in your scales, search the fusion spell fusion using your scales to make this, and then this one gets to special summon a Melodious from the deck, then you get to Foolish one, and yeah. Then this gets to do something for you, and then you get your Pendulum summon, and yeah, you just keep going. It's just annoying as a Masochist deck. And then you get a draw one. And you get to set up your lock. Targeted by card effects or destroyed by battle. And they added one to hand earlier, which does destruction protection somewhere. There you go, Elegy. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Which means we've lost the game. Yeah, because this is not immune to bouncing. Yeah, nothing here will do this, actually. Anything in deck that does it. Non-targeting face down. Kaijus. And... column bouncing. No, that doesn't do it. Targets. So we've got 3 kinds of card. How many of those can we draw? Probably none of them. I really want to surrender, but we do kind of have to see what we draw at the very least, right? Because this field, as it is basically unbreakable. Like, just this. There you go, there's Fusion Summon. And that's the end cap. That's everything they need. You know, this board doesn't even lose to Nibiru. Face-up cards your opponent controls. That's like our only saving grace. And it's not even that good. Because cannot be targeted by card effects or destroyed by battle, cannot be destroyed by card effects. There you go, that's full lock. We might as well deck him. It's just quick effect, it's not during any phase. It's just quick effect. We don't really have a response for that. Yep. It is Dark Sanctuary and hoping they don't bounce it. That's the only thing we've got, but they literally need to bounce 1 card. I'm pretty sure they can spare 1 monster. So we kind of need to wait until the battle phase. But if we wait until the battle phase, there is an inherent problem with that. Because once they enter the battle phase, they have the priority to declare an attack. I'd like to remain optimistic and have faith in the stool. I don't think we standing a chance. And now they're even beefier. Well, for what it's worth, at least it's just that one, so let's do it now. But the thing is, they genuinely do just bounce it. Because if we activate the Kaiju one, they just bounce the Kaiju field spell each time it gains a semblance of counters, you know? Summon. Oh, in attack position. Fuck. But yeah, all they need to do is bounce this. It's attack now. They realise that. What are you doing? You just bounce the feet. There you go. Now we lose. We lose that one. We get this one. You might as well put it in defense position. Mirror Force is basically just here for show. It literally doesn't matter. In the slightest. Fuck's sake. Yep. No. I'm not saving that. And 4 more wins again. So that was just like a poorly constructed but still functioning Salamangreat deck. The problem is that it's got this in it. Artem had an absolutely obnoxious deck. You had a fully functioning Chimera deck. You just had a Melodious deck. I don't know why you're playing like Cross Out and targets for Cross Out. You don't lose to Nibiru. They have to Nibiru you before you make this. The idea is that you actually go into that fusion monster really early. And then, you know, that protects you from Nibiru because you bounce your whole field to return nothing. Right. This isn't coming up, which is becoming problematic. The Yang Xing lineup we've just tried out is not the best. That was a very unfortunate matchup. When a Yang Xing is trying to go out, well, what card effect sent to the graveyard? Well, this card's in your graveyard. You can special summon this card and you can do punishment and lose the field. What do we do if it's just like this and... where is it? This. You just get this back in defense position. So why don't we just say it's that instead? Take out the couple of Yang Xings. Take out this. Put back in the light imprisoning mirrors. Put back in this. Try and see what happens there. Yeah, we've only got one of that, so there's no point. what else do we have? We do. I still don't think that's really good enough for us, because we need to be able to swarm to make use of it, which this deck can't do. Oh, we have upgraded cards. Yep, we certainly have cards. And we have a number of reptiles, but still not enough to make a deck out of them. Not a good deck, anyway. We don't have the luck to have, no. Just a little bit of a tangent while we're here. Might as well check it out. It's just during the standby phase. So it does work on our opponent's turn. Need to keep that in mind. Alright, let's get back into it. Or... well, actually, hold on. Let's check the ranks of... or the ranks we can make. Because we can make 6. 7, there is a chance of. 10 doesn't... 10's a lot less likely. What can we do? We can do 3, 4, 6... 3, 4, and 6 are probably our most likelies, but we can also do 8. Oh yeah, we have like whole Springens thing. That's a 6, so I think we just put that in, because we don't have better 6s. Playing our best 4. Playing our highest attack 3. Which is good, because Air Bellum and Marshmallow going into, like, this probably... it's, you know, it's more attack, but it's not much better. You could consider it actively worse, because Marshmallow at least can't be destroyed. We could do Giga Brilliant. Attach 2 to draw 1, and then it can't attack. It is draw power, but I think maybe Beat Stick is better. Save it at that. And last tangent while we're here. Right, what do you need to do? If you control no Springens Xyz, you can discard a Springens card. Okay, so Gold Golgander plus literally any Springens. If normal special summon, you can add Branded. None of these are branded cards. And the full setup is like this, and just having this on the field in the first place. Wait, that's crazy. We can get all 3 of these, you know, completely unsearchable cards, and then just make this unbeatable. The problem is, this is only live if we get to a Springens card, another Springens card. We don't have any of the main deck monsters. So, yeah, let's try this few small changes out here. We've taken out a few monsters, put in a couple more traps, so it does make it a bit more go first. The higher monster count made it slightly more able to go second, just because there's less things you have to wait a turn for. Regardless of their effects, they're still just bodies. Well... Oh yeah, the ships are mixed attributes, right? Light, dark, dark, dark. Oh, they're pretty much all the ships are dark. Just Forerunner is a light. And Slip Rider. And they are setting a card. And activating Trickstar Light Arena. Well, the odds this is actually Trickstars and we're going to get burnt to death. I want to normal summon this because we have to tag out ability. Yeah. Oh dear. Hello there. Coryphaeus Championships. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. They are in fact link summoning. Healing summon, you can target Trickstar, special summon defense, negates effects. Okay, so they're getting into another Trickstar. What are their link 2s like? Decent amount of attack actually, that's kinda scary. That's good. This deck is a pile of cards. It's, are you familiar with the Masochist challenge for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel? Right. Awesome. Oh, Trap Monster. Like, yeah, you can do that. Not sure of the current challenges, but yeah. There is a... Well, the name of it is like the Master Duel Masochist challenge, and the way it works is that you just draft like 10 packs, master packs, and then you just, you know, that's your deck. Each win, you get one master pack, and you get whatever legacy tickets you can, and that's why the deck looks, well, like this. Please believe me, I'm not this bad a deck builder, really. And the Cosmos are actually, like, really good for our deck so far. They do put in work. Dogfighter is new. No, we're not activating that effect yet. We will activate the... Okay. This effect. We're going to put it immediately back down. Just bye-bye. Right. Then we're going to go battle phase. Unless you have Honest in hand, we're fine. Okay, 16. And then we drew the combo. And we get to attack into this one, I guess. No, we'll hit the Trickstar. Okay, that's fine. Set this here, and just in case, set the Torrential Tribute. Other card games? Depends. It's unlikely. I'm pretty much like, this challenge is gonna take me forever. Like, it's just... I could, maybe do some, like, collab work, but it's... What do I know? What, like, depends what card games. Sure. Please say, like, light, because it'd be funny. So what exactly are you thinking of? Oh yeah, right. Do this as well to just get rid of this one. And yeah. You made a game that just coincidentally addresses every single one of Yugioh's problems. Looking for someone to play with on Steam. So it's a Steam game? Oh, have you made it in like a tabletop sim then, or something? Is it tabletop sim, or is it like something that you've actually put onto like Steam platform itself? It's like, oh, so okay, like it's an actual release. That's interesting. That is certainly a card. Is that a new... That's... Oh, it might be a new selection pack deck. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. But I had playing on stream, Twitch in mind too. Like, I only really stream 2 days a week, and it's pretty much going to be mastered for, like, the foreseeable future. But if you're, like, streaming anyway, I don't mind, like... I don't mind checking it out at my own time, and then, yeah, maybe, like, joining you, like, streaming it at some point. Yeah, I don't have anything in my graveyard like that, so that's fine. Yeah, it's just a bot. Oh, okay, you got a channel. Just new tab that. Oh, so you do. Respectable. Nice. 185 followers is nothing to sniff at. And yeah, I'll check out the channel in my free time. Like, I take it you play the game like somewhat on your channel, right? That seems like just a mildly sensible thing to do. Because if it's on your channel, I can just sort of like have a look there, find it. That'd be, yeah, that'd be fantastic, and then I can, you know, just look into it in my own time. Nope, we're not going to trench our own field. I'm going to change that to attack and clear up game. Should be able to find all the links and etc. Nice and organised then. Cosmo's putting in some solid work against the deck that doesn't do anything. Well, we take the wins where we can get them. Win is a win. While I'm here, I guess, let me drop a follow on your channel. Because that way I should remember it a lot better than if I just like, oh, I visited that channel, where was it, what was I doing? But yeah, dropped you a follow, and I will check this out. This is... yeah, selection pack? That should just be selection pack. No problem. It's chill vibes until I get mildly peeved that I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, yeah, if you've made a game to try and, like, iron out Yu-Gi-Oh's, like, problems, then, yeah, you understand that playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very, dual-natured thing. None of these cards are gonna do it. Miniaturize ain't the worst, but it's only 1,000 attack. Right, let's get into the Master Packs and let's see what we can get. Get another Royal Rare Yang Zing to add to the collection. It is, like, I still have fun with it, and I do like jank, so, like, this kind of series is, like, really interesting for me. But it's still, like, yeah, format still is what it is. Maybe I'll leave it to you. Take care. You have a good one too. And yeah, I'll check out your channel. Probably, you know, check out a few VODs. Poseidra. I don't know if we can make this. It's reliant on if you special summon it via its own effect. This can win you games. It can also lose you games very, very fast. Your opponent only has to read it, just lightly. How many people have read Castle of Stromberg, though? It feels like it's, like, nearly a well-known meme. But I don't know how well-known. Gingerbread House, same sort of thing. Phantasos. Strength and Unity. Nemleria support. We have, like, 2 Nemleria monsters, but not 2 beasts. We have a fairy and a beast. It's these Slide Dolphin, Chaos Beast, Light Tuner, Non-Tuner Dark. We cannot make this with our current deck. No, we can't. Our attributes are the wrong way round. And that's Prank Kid's monster. Not our first one, apparently. Right, okay. 2 packs done. Let's have a look at those cards again. So yeah, just to search. Yep, there's our 1 beast. Okay, what do we have? We have Iron Hands. Okay. What about you? Sure. What about you? That's a 2-card combo, but Iron Cage plus Stromberg is kind of, interesting. Rapid Trigger, we got 2 of this now. Which does make it a more reliable fusion spell. Right, let's get into it again. We got... well, yeah, let's do this. Let's just get on with it. Win this. Goggles on. Rabbit means business. Uh... 45-13. You don't mind if this dies, and this is technically some kind of spell trap removal. We don't have a second monster to put in the graveyard, so it is just set to pass. Very simple, very quick turn. Which is the problem with it. It needs to be more developed, more complex. If that's the interface from his game, that looks kind of fancy. Right. Spent a lot of time in that draw phase thinking. I don't know that we're going to see a lot of things. I think we see one of those that's maybe another selection pack bot. Normal summon Ash Blossom. Maybe just a bot. Man, like, anything. We've got Moon Mirror Shield. There's no way an AI knows how to beat Moon Mirror Shield. Yugioh AI is still summoning Unicorn to spin Unicorn. Some of the time. Right. What do we get? That's spell trap removal, which can turn into a monster. I don't know what it's going to take, but that can become a monster. And as soon as we can get a monster on the field, we can just, like, tribute set this. Damn, please, you know, that would have been so great to just, like, chain as a response, you know? Right. Let's just immediately, because I'm pretty sure this is just a bot, in standby phase we'll snipe one of these two. Okay. Right, that's fine. Now, we've got this, so that we can actually summon out the Oleanoids. If they do summon a monster. They summon a monster, but it's got more attack than Oleanoids, so... Let's let them do that, and then, in end phase, we'll bring out the Oleanoids, tribute some of the Dogfighter, and away we go. What are you... Is it the face down? Alright. Go for it. AI, you do some weird things. You also take ages to do them. Which is one of the reasons why this has to be the last duel of the night. We've already been 4 minutes in this. Alright. Action was too complex for the AI. Although, opponent surrendered. Yeah, again, this feels like, you know, selection pack bot. And if it's a player, then that's a very weird thing. Players are just going into the selection pack, drafting literally whatever they find, and just being like, yeah, sure, this'll do. This'll work, right? It's from the selection pack. It must have internal synergies. Fishborg Doctor. Nope. Coach Goblin. Don't think we have the card to pair with it. Iron Chain Repairman. It could go in the warrior deck. Don't see any reason to put it in the warrior deck. On the other hand, that would have reason to go in the warrior deck. Just makes a rank 4. Helps you get into, what is it? Great Shogun Shien, maybe. Like, Redemption, another Metafist. Another Infinitrack. We do have a rank 5 machine. So that is playable. And we should probably change up the deck around that one. More Gradius support. Venom card. Mermail. Interesting. Ultimate Great Insect. Can only special summon once per turn, either fusion summoned or special from extra attributing 2,000 more defense with a quick card. It's like a really good card for an insect deck. We have fusion spells. It has some pretty harsh summoning restrictions with like the level. Or with the levels rather, but that's really good. Sorry for booping the mic. Hyozan-Ryu. Wait. Did we get some Starry Night stuff? Because this is like the... Or was it... No, Sayaru that got retrained. If a monster... you can special this. If it's destroyed, you can... That's interesting. If we manage to get out the level 12 Synchro, we can special summon the level 12 Synchro and it becomes Towers. That seems terrible for us. Right, let's go... Just before we close out the stream, let's go over to the deck. And... warrior deck, first of all. Let's put in the Colonel. Because, yeah, it's 2 level 4s or lower, which is really good, actually. And pretty much this whole deck is warriors. But yeah, that lets us just go into either of these, and I don't think there's any lock in defense position. Like, that's the only restriction. So yeah, that's really good, actually. Save that. I don't think there's anything else to really change up. Got this. I mean, it could go in. It's playable. But we're also bloating the deck with many, many things. I think we leave that as is for the moment. I mean, Flame Ninja is a ninja. Flame Armor Ninja is a ninja, that's why we like it. Maybe we don't need the ignites. But it just feels like good that you can search for like your other stuff. What if we did cut them? Just say it's that, maybe. We got 2 of this thing. What heroes do we have? Evil hero counts. That's... Ah, that would count. Each effect once per turn. Okay. So it's not like we could give them 800 attack per turn. Don't get crazy. We got a few heroes, though. We got Nops. Which just can attack directly while you control another E-hero. We've got a couple evil heroes. What else? Blazeman. Heroic Challenger. Destiny Hero. Oh yeah, this has level 8 or higher Destiny Hero. Yeah, that's not happening. But yeah, so you could play this to boost, like, Nops. Maybe this as well. I don't know what else really. Maybe draw hand. Three monsters including a Destiny hero. So you don't have to only tribute Destiny heroes. Anyway, getting off track, so yeah, that's for the warrior deck. Machine deck. We've got more Infinitracks. And if we've got more Infinitracks, let's maybe just take out that one. Let's be smart. Where's the Tunneler? It's not currently in the extra deck, so let's find it. Is there anything else we wanted to put in here from recent pulls before we just go trawling? I don't think so. Oh yeah, it works with Cliff Crawler. And, oh yeah, I guess to double check, I guess we're going to be starting to search anyway. Okay, we do have a few Clee. Oh, we got towers. Ow. 3 Clee tributes. We don't even have 3 Clee tributes. What's its name? Vesp. How likely are we to get into a 10 in this? As likely as the other deck, so let's put it in. And we are playing our Infinitracks. We're not playing this though. In the other machine deck. That's wrong. We'd actually want to play that. Which means we'd actually want to cut probably this. No, it's actually good removal. Probably this. So let's Volker. There you go. Okay, we do still have 6s. But I just don't think it's as likely. Anyway, that's a 5, that's a 5. That's a 5. We got 2 6s. These are 5s, these are 5s. So, yeah, you can get Vespinato, who changes everything to defense position, makes them lose 1,000, and does piercing. That's pretty good. I like that. As for Mountain Smasher, we can't manage to get it onto Mountain Smasher, I don't think. And has this card as material. How would you do that? So you'd have to get into this first, which means we'd have to make 7s. Actually, looking at this, how are we making 7s? Through the power of sheer belief, by the looks of it. Maybe that's why it's not in the list, you know? Likewise though, Destrudo. Where is Destrudo? That should be there. I know this list is bloating, and we really need to not do that. Maybe we just drop this. I don't know, just for the moment. 1 field spell. 1 metaverse. Sure. Anyway. Starry Night. That was the last thing we were gonna check. Add a Starry Night spell trap. During the main phase, you can normal summon or level 11 Light Dragon, 10 level 7 Light Dragon. So yeah, we were remembering right, because level 7 Light Dragon. And Valkyrie. I forgot to check that out on the morning stream, actually. Oh, we don't actually have that much. We have a level 5, and we have a level 8. Activated, if all Valkyrie are Valkyrie, you can add a Verdun's Guidance. Goddess Verdun's Guidance. We don't have that. If all monsters you control are Valkyrie. So, yeah, we need to be able to summon Valkyrie. Which, the problem is, they're tribute summons. If this card is summoned, target monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls, unaffected by spells. It is a permanent lose 1,000 defense. Cannot tie, cannot be destroyed by card effects, but they can just be destroyed by battle. Let's take off this for a second. Be this one. Is there anything that actually protects Valkyrie from battle? That's weird. Do Valkyrie have a union? They do have a union. All face of... okay, that's the idea. You're supposed to special summon Erdo. Anyway. Right, I think that's checking in on everything that we were supposed to. Level 8... oh, that's actually very specific. Huh. Yeah, you're supposed to summon that with the alt condition. Right. How's our win-loss ratio looking? That's okay. We're doing fine. 200 is, 25% of 800 duels, so we are drastically closer to 33% than we are to 25. I mean, 33% would be 21, which is, we're 8 wins shy from that, actually. Our win ratio has gone up somehow. Okay, that's a win. That's somehow a win. I don't know how we've managed that, but small blessings, right? That's a lot of gems. What do we actually have left? We're not doing the Duelist Cups. That's dailies, logins, lifetimes. Equip cards, gain life, take control of your opponent's monster 40 times, place spell counters. Do we have anything that does place counter? How have we... oh, Breaker. Have we really summoned Breaker the Magical Warrior 24 times? Bots are going to fulfill this for us. That's all that's going to happen. Win by taking out your opponent. Just the one bit. Reach rank Diamond. Let's see. Win a solo. Oh, look at this. Look at all this that's available to us. But that's for Diamond. And we're not close to that yet. We're going to need that by the time we get there. And look at how few there are of these. Yeah, we're getting there. You see, these few trap activations matter from time to time. Special monster, normal, ranked all. I guess we'll get there. Proceed through the solo gate. Like, look at all this. Look at all these fancy rewards. What are you even getting, dude, mate? I can't even. Right, anyway. Enough. we've been streaming for 3 hours 20 now, so I think it's more than time I called it a night. You all have a good one. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Catmonic, and I look forward to catching you for a Monday evening stream. Bye for now.